2 hands. 4.
About to get behind the wheel of this beautiful G82 with Auto Technic. Going to be driving this week with my boy Zach, coaching Walker and Cota again. Today is just going to be about getting out there, getting used to the car, getting it set up, you know, getting some laps in, doing some data review, having some fun. So enjoying the day. The weather's nice still. I think it's going to be super hot. We're curious to see how these BMWs will do in the heat. In the past, we've struggled with the temps, so that could be something we have to overcome here. But driver cooling, hopefully that works, because if not, it's going to be like a sauna on wheels in there.
How hot does it get in there?
Way too hot, like Ace Ventura Rhino hot. Like.
So what is Cota? 1 out of 10.
Ooh. I feel like we can get ourselves in trouble here. A lot of controversy on this, but I put Cota pretty high on my list. I mean, I'm a Watkins Glen first, Road America probably second, Laguna because it's home. This is probably right there, 4th or 5th for me. So high on the scale. If I out of 10, maybe 7.5. Yeah, 7.5.
7.5.
We're going with 7.5.
7.5. Ryan's a 7.5.
If Javi's had real Mexican food, it'd probably be a strong bet.
It's really not that bad though.
It wasn't that bad.
What you get, it's really not bad.
No, it's Californians have such a different expectation of Mexican food.
Taco shop, Mexican food.
Taco, you got tons of types of Mexican food. Mexican food's the best. Now I'm hungry. Now I want breakfast burritos.
No way.
And the cocks.
Why so angry?
It's small. I feel better about where we're at than I thought I would. You never really know until you get here, but the BMW looks pretty good.
You guys find time to shave off?
Yeah, they pitted me on my past lap, so Ken got a big one on the board, and I would have been right there with him, 16.2. We all have our time for that at qualifying, so we'll go out there, try a couple more changes. Not a whole lot going on today, more about seat time. We ended the session top of the sheets. Can't win practice, but can definitely boost your confidence. BMWs look pretty good here. We paid our dues, that's for sure. Had a rough BOP at Daytona, and we've had a couple other events. One where they actually misjustly served us a BOP that should have, well, we were down significantly in torque at Sonoma, and we still managed a result there. So I know a lot of our competitors aren't happy with how strong the BMWs are here, and I get it. I've been on the other end of it, but I feel like this is one we're just going to have to capitalize on, and hopefully we don't lose that BOP advantage. The team did an amazing job. We still have things to work on. The car's maybe a little overly free in the rear end, and there's some parts of the track that are super polished polished, so no matter what you do, you get in there and the car kind of skates, and we're trying to figure out if it's worth trying to make the car work well there or if it's going to compromise other parts of the track. So that's kind of what we're looking into now. But yeah, super stoked, super happy, and thanks to everyone that made that car work so well, because that was a lot of fun. We got to go check out Cota and Walker's data now. I think they did a really good job. We have to see where they're at in the M field and start planning our attack there. Good idea.
It's a good idea. Let's plan that attack.
Easily, but they never touched each other. They always left each other room, and literally it was 0.004 seconds. It was a photo finish, as everybody knows. Where's JCD? Where's Jam? Thank you very much for showing everyone that was Anybody have any questions?
Alright, so we're back at Circuits of America, day 2 for us. Walker and Cota just wrapped up their bronze session. They're looking really good. We're going to catch up with them, see what they're up to and how they're feeling about that session. Maybe do a little data and video. I don't know. We'll see what happens. Loaded the nose more, and he would be like loaded on the nose, and then he would...
It's on gun or it doesn't count? No, you're still in the
I'm not.
Legs are kicked out.
Hey guys, I'm gonna floor it. Just saying, that's my game plan. I'm gonna floor it. Like, I'm gonna downshift, floor it.
In every movie, there's always like a shift and throttle input that it never happens in a real race car. So we're always full throttle. Zach put us right at the top. We're in a good spot, you know, just practice. We know there's a few people hiding their cards. We expect to see some big times in qualifying. Really, at this point, it's just keeping our heads on, making sure we execute our plan and just let the race play out. I think a lot of people try to control the uncontrollable, so we're in a good spot. We did our prep, got the car set up. Now it's time to just go to war. What's up, guys? I'm John Capester Duvets, and welcome to JCD Racing. Yeah! Yeah! AKA JCD, welcome to JCD Racing. I'm John Capester Duvets, and welcome to JCD Racing. The last one was way better. What's up, guys? I'm John Capester Duvets, and welcome to JCD Racing. Capester Duvets, and welcome to JCD Racing. I like the third one we did. That one was good. What's up, world? I'm John Capester Duvets. What's up, world? I'm John Capester Duvets, and welcome to JCD Racing. I'm John Capester Duvets, and welcome to JCD Racing. top of the sheet, some days you're in the middle of the sheet. Nah, I worked hard at that. I worked hard in there. I'm happy. Like I said, I can live with my best result. I can't live with being cheated. We weren't cheated today. I've always been better at racing than qualifying. This has always been my hardest suit for driving, so putting a little bit of a challenge on ourselves by starting 12th, but I think we're going to be just fine. Every time your emotions get all wild like this, it usually pans out. It's when you think you're all good that you f*** up. So.
Well, we got like 6 hours to work on it. We're gonna figure out the race.
Yeah. Man, sucks to suck, but I sucked in that session. We're P12 overall and 4th or 5th in class, not what we were looking for in qualifying. On the other hand, Zach put us in a really good spot for today's race. We'll be starting front row, P2 overall. We just missed out on the overall pole. I know it was gutting to Zach because we definitely were right there. Lost it to another great driver, Tyler Maxon, who hasn't had a chance to show this year, and he did an awesome job putting his car up front. So today we'll have a tough race. These days are not as horrible as days where you feel cheated. I feel like I did my very best out there, and this shows me and humbles me that we got more to learn and we can improve. It's going to be a tough race for sure, but like I said, these are humbling moments and sucks to suck, but we'll have to get better, and that's on me. Sorry for letting my crew down. We deserve to be higher on that list, and going to do everything in my power to improve and race better today than we did in qualifying. So that's where we're at, and thank you to everyone that watches. Starting from the front row, P2, Zach's going to take us to the green. I'll get in halfway. See you guys in a little bit.
Starter stand. It's a different start line to the finish line here at Circuit of the Americas. There's the green flag, and we are racing. Race 1 of the weekend for Pirelli GT4 America is underway.
Great start by our pole sitter. Now the BMW slots to the outside, trying to look away around the cushion there out of turn 1, has to give it up. Pole sitter, man,
Big coming together there at the center of the field. Looks like Tim Pappas in the McLaren Artura is a big part of that. The number 97 car also with some serious damage. I'm not sure he's going to take further part. Side by side, this is for the lead. Anderson up the inside, and he takes the spot away.
Wow. Did he make a nice move there, nice and tidy. Looked like the Supra slipped a little bit, and Anderson was there to pounce.
Let's check down with the third member of our broadcast crew for the first time in this show. How are you, Amanda?
You guys are talking about Conquest Racing and that runner-up finish. Well, that was that wild finish in New Orleans, trumped by these guys at the line. And JCD, I know you told me that not only have you looked at that photo many times, you now have it printed. Just recap that moment for us.
You know, it was the roller coaster. I felt like I got him there at the line, and when I came on the radio, they told me, you know, it looks like we're P2 on the sheets right now. Made our way to winner's circle, and they waved us in. And at that moment, it was a realization that we had done it. We would have never been there without my co-driver Zach's performance, and I have to say, all year he's been pulling his weight and putting us in an awesome position. He just took the pass for the lead here in this race, so hats off to him for putting us there for up in the top spot so that I could actually have that opportunity. Mackay is one of my good friends here and a high level respect. The amount of commitment it took for him to get to the outside and get by me and keep it on the road was just mind-blowing, and nothing but utmost respect. So to have a photo like that on the wall with a guy that I truly respect, it's a very special thing, and I'll never forget that moment.
I was standing by as we just started this race, and you talk about Zach Anderson putting you in the position and then taking the lead of this race already. But you also said that you feel really good about today. Why is that?
Yeah, I just know that this team's will to fight, even if the lap times aren't showing us what we want to see. We've just always been a team that's raced better than we've done lap times, and so today when we came into the race, we just put our heads down and we said, you know, whatever happens, happens, and the chips are going to fall where they're going to fall, but we're going to do everything in our power to get it up front and keep it there. And I think we got the car to do it at this track. The BMW seems to be very suited to Cota. It handles the curbs well, and it's got a good straight line, so you never know what's going to happen in these races. I always say GT4 racing is the hardest racing I do. It's the most door-to-door combat that you'll have out on a racetrack. You got the best out here working and coaching, and a lot of up-and-coming talent, so you just a whole pool of talent and different personalities, and it's just an honor to be here. As grassroots guys, Zach and I have worked at schools. We've done everything from autocross to just club days, and to be sharing a car with a guy like that and both be coming from the same backgrounds and on our way to hopefully GT3 as our goal. yeah, it's just really special to be a part of this team, and we're going to do everything in our power to give them the best result that they can get.
Thank you, JCD.
Thank you, Amanda. It's always a pleasure.
Pretty cool story. Two guys in John Capestro Dubet's JCD and Zach Anderson sharing that car that have scrapped and clawed to get chances.
Yeah.
And have taken full advantage of it.
The highest level respect.
They really are. There's some real talent in this field. They may not be the household names of some of our competitors, but certainly JCD, guys like Jason Hart on the back of a couple of championships, these guys are really talented.
Anderson, he starts to accelerate away, and there it is, green flag. We're back racing at Circuit of the Americas.
Great restart there by Zach Anderson. Controls it nicely. You see the fourth car in line. That's Kevin Conway, who leads Pro-Am right now.
2 and 3 wide into turn 1 on this restart. Oh, looks like a big lunge further back.
Schwartz, big move, grabs the lead in Pro-Am and looking for more.
Side by side, entering the S's. This is some close stuff.
Yeah,
you're right.
Still Anderson behind the wheel, so they've elected to do the overcut here. The problem is they're now going to hit traffic right now with drivers trying to get up to speed and get into a rhythm.
Yeah, so what that does is it shows a lot of faith in Anderson's pace. He had some clean track to work with prior to that and was able to put down a couple of flyers, but now that he's in traffic, see if that leads to a call to the pit lane.
Yeah, he's pretty efficient there in clearing that one car. Now he's got a little bit of clear road ahead, but it can really backfire on you when you got that bundle of cars coming out, maybe running at a slightly reduced pace to what you could do.
The other risk, of course, is if a full course yellow should come out, everyone who has pitted already would effectively cycle through ahead because they would then have to make their pit stop after the resumption of the race. But Zach Anderson did set the CrowdStrike fastest lap of the race, just under 2 minutes and 16 seconds. That is hauling the mail around this place in a
the
GT4
lap before
car.
he hit pit lane was a 2:16.3 as well, so another really tasty lap as well.
Now they are safe from any full course yellows coming out too. Now it's just about executing the driver exchange. The entire race, now with John Capestro Dubet's behind the wheel, and he will come out well in front of his nearest challenger. Great work, great strategy.
Yeah, it really was.
It is John Capestro Dubets who shows the way. 10.5 seconds the lead for JCD over Chandler Hull, who runs in the second spot. Mackay Stevens fighting on Gambley in third. They'll be reasonably happy with that. Mackay told me earlier in the weekend this probably is not the best track for the Mercedes. We'll do our best to make the most of it. Capestro Dubets continues to lead overall, and in the silver class, it's nearly a 13-second gap back to Mackay Stevens. This car right here has been embroiled in a great contest with Chandler Hull for the last 5 to 10 minutes. Ultimately came out on top and has built enough of a margin that Mercedes can stay in front despite the relative straight line advantage of the BMW M4 platform. What a drive. John Capestro Dubets, and he called out his teammate in that interview Amanda had. Zach Anderson had an excellent opening stint, built the margin, and then they gambled with the strategy, running long in that opening stint, capitalizing on Zach's pace, gambling there would not be a full course yellow, and what was already a sizable lead before the pit window opened up ballooned. It became nearly insurmountable at over 8 seconds after the pit stops, and now it's up to 12.
Yeah, and Anderson, how he managed to cut through the initial traffic that he hit when everyone else was coming out of pit lane was really the key factor there. He didn't mess around. He didn't really get delayed too much at all.
This will be the white flag the next time around for this car. Auto Technic number 51, BMW M4 GT4, driven by John Capestro Dubets, or JCD as he's known around these parts. He takes the white flag, just 20 turns, 3.42 miles to go. John Capestro Dubets for Auto Technic. This is a team that has been on the rise, and now just one turn away from victory lane. The checkered flag waves for John Capestro Dubets, Zach Anderson, and Auto Technic, winners of race 1 at Circuit of the Americas.
Back to back. It wasn't a fluke. Here to stay. I hope. I don't know. Yeah. Woo! Oh boy! That's how we do it.
You need these moments, right? This is what you work for. This is all the hard nights. This is all the sacrifice when you want to be out with your friends. Woo! Yeah, baby. Congrats, guys. Thanks, man. Good job. Can I give Zach a hug, too? Oh, let's go. Of course. Wow, what a day. Zach put us there. I just brought it home, riding the emotional roller coaster. I think we're about to see a dance, so I'm going to go ahead and prepare myself for that, because Tino, my boy here, he put the good juju on today, and we owe it to you, buddy. Man, I'm just so excited I can't even speak.
And in first place, in the number 51 Auto Technic Racing BMW, let's hear it for John Capestro Dubets and Zach Anderson! Go ahead and raise up those trophies for me, drivers! Thank you, drivers. If you can switch on over to those VP Racing caps and then raise those trophies again for me. Thank you, drivers. Put those Pirelli caps back on if you could, and then feel free to spray the champagne! Let's hear it one more time for your silver class podium!
Zach won! No Photoshop here.
We're such a good team together, like, just can't explain it. It just comes natural. Yep. Yeah, we don't have to force it. Just homies. Yeah.
Congrats, Rob.
What a day, right?
That was awesome.
I was totally going through the emotional roller coaster. Like,
Where are you?
oh yeah, I mean, it's one thing when you're like in the fight and it's like, I just gotta focus on going forward. It's another thing when you're in front of the fight and it's like, I can't blow this. So out lap, it came out hot, felt good. Maybe drove a little too hard on my out lap and started to like figure the car out, feel where my tires were out underneath me, and by like lap 3 or 4 I felt really in rhythm, and then middle stint I had like one hand on the wheel and I was kind of just cruising, managing my time, and once we were in that 10-12 second gap we could be really comfortable. I mean, I knew that these laps are long and it'd be really hard for someone to close that distance on me. Yeah, and then when he told me 3 minutes I was just like, we did this. We did this. It doesn't matter what happens from now, I just got to make sure no debris pops the tire. There was a crazy minefield out there in turn 11. I don't know, some cars
It was there when I was there.
Oh, okay.
I had a surface flag my entire stint.
Oh, really?
Yep.
Maybe I guess I didn't notice.
No, it actually was pulled, but the debris was still there.
Okay. I hit a piece of debris and I'm like, I lost 3 seconds just trying to like tiptoe through it because I knew I had such a margin. I didn't want to take a chance of a flat, right? And every lap when you're that far ahead is like, should I really use that curb? Should I really go that deep? Should I take that chance? But you can't really give up, right? Because you're there, you can't lose pace. And yeah, I just feel like we executed perfectly today, and so many frustrations in quali. You know, you come out of practice, you feel good, you think you're gonna be at the top of the sheet, and then it's like it doesn't happen. And I think a lot of emotion went into our drives today. Not bad emotion, good emotion. Yeah, the result happened. The emotional high is insane. I just can't even speak. I'm like so happy.
Well, let's enjoy the moment. We got tomorrow.
Boys,
big day
on the podium. Welcome back, my man. This is the Cota call. I know. This is the one that kicks the living crap out of me on the sim. This is the one that is a beast behind the wheel, and he's fucking bad, boys.
showing people the business, man. Showing them that outside pass on turn 8. Man, guys are just like, what is happening? And I'm like, okay, thank you.
I'll just take that.
Yeah. People like, protect the inside. I'm like, you don't even know, bro. Yeah, man, that 18 pass, I love it. Pardon, that 8 pass. So good.
A lot of podiums out of these boys. We got a power couple over there.
Only took them 2 race weekends.
So looking like a damp race. Like I said earlier, probably going to be really exciting. We're hoping that it stays green. More than likely going to be a lot of yellows under this race. Just too many cars, too tricky of conditions in my opinion. But we love slipping and sliding. I think that's what it's going to be like. So car control clinic, and hopefully we can keep it clean. It's a lot of variables in this, but we're going to be starting outside row 6.
I feel like it's a good sign.
What's that?
So I feel like it's a good sign. You guys are mid-pack, but it's raining, and that's
yeah, I mean, fall didn't go our way. It's frustrating because it puts us in the middle of the pack, but games were being played, and I caught the short end of the stick. I won't let it happen again. Make sure that we get better at that. Qualifying is definitely a much different animal than racing. It comes down to executing 1 lap, and race is about executing 10 similar laps, so 10 or more, right? So we'll see. We'll see what we can do. That's all I really got right now. Getting patched up by my boy. Accidentally brought the wrong suit.
I tell you what.
I tell you what.
Pirelli.
Oh my God.
Well, you gotta give your mom the explosion.
Let's go to Griffin. Oh, okay. Yep.
Oh yeah.
Hard when everybody you like involved in the incident is someone you like. There's emotions on both sides. It's like you just feel stuck, just can't really say anything, right? That's a good guy. He took that like that's probably the fastest man in a BMW at the moment, and unfortunately they just got taken out in turn 1. Like I said, both people involved I like, so I'm not pointing fingers. I just hate to see anyone out. I know how heartbreaking it can be.
CD and Zach Anderson. And victorious here today in the silver category for the hand. Well done. Hold them up nice and high. Big smiles to your silver class podium finishers in Pirelli GT4 America. And it's time to celebrate with the champagne. Round of applause for your silver podium finishers, Tyler Maxton and Tyler Gonzalez. JCD and Zach Anderson are taking victory for race 2 here at Cota. Parker Thompson and Daniel Hanley with Toyota.
There we go. How do you guys feel about this weekend? What's on your guys' mind?
Really freaking special, and we're leaving with the points lead. We should have swept the weekend. If we would have gone green, we would have had it. From Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, it just kept going better. And NOLA felt like that too if I zoom out of it, so I'm stoked.
I'm thankful. That's, all I can say is I'm so thankful. These results are what you daydream about, right? And they're fantasize for these moments, but to be doing it with people you really love and respect is actually the most rewarding part about it. It's never the achievement, the track, or the wins. It's always like doing it with the people you love, right? I think we had an amazing result, and I'm so happy that we had to have all of our supporters out here to see it. And to be in the lead right now in the championship's huge. I think that puts us in a great position to continue, and our goals are big, so there's a lot of work still to be done. Let's get this thing to the end.
Let's go, boys.